Welcome to Coffee with Bridget, and today's coffee is black and white cookie, chocolate and vanilla flavored coffee from Brooklyn Bean Roastery, and it is complex and yummy. So today I want to talk about a self-soothing technique that has really helped me. Now, it's a coping mechanism basically, and I am not a medical professional, and this is not medical advice, but I discovered palm stones when I was diagnosed with PTSD back in 2005. So I've been working with palm stones for over 20 years. I had a psychologist that was kind of into alternative things like oracle cards and minerals, and she recommended a palm stone. And basically what happens is when I had a panic attack, I would take out this palm stone and focus upon it. And it acts as a symbol. For this particular one, this is black agate, so this is protection and the root chakra. So when you have a fight or flight response, this is the stone to reach for. It helps you ground into the moment. And that's how I work with it, is as a symbol. So this is a powerful self-soothing technique. The habit of reaching in and grabbing this out of my pocket and holding it can ground me into reality quite fast now. I've created the neural pathway that says this creates this effect, and it goes into effect very quickly now. When I first started working with it, it took a little while. I would have to sit, practice breathing, and focus on this, and I would feel better. So palm stones are a very powerful tool. I no longer have panic attacks, and I do give minerals a lot of credit for putting my PTSD into remission. And it is a huge beneficial aspect of my life and of minerals, because it basically acts as a placebo. Now, what a placebo is people were given a pill that was actually supposed to do a certain thing, and a sugar pill that was supposed to have no effect. And after studies, they've discovered that the sugar pill, as long as people believed that it was supposed to positively affect them, they would have a response to it. They would have the placebo effect. And so, in a lot of ways, this can act as a placebo. And there's no negative, effects. It really works to help train your mind to calm itself. And the mind is a powerful mechanism. It is a powerful machine. And the fact that we can train it to do the things we want is really important. I can't even emphasize that enough. That's why I talk a lot about cultivating consciousness, training the mind to do what we want as opposed to what we don't want. And a tangible tool like a palm stone can help do that. It grounds us into a reality. It gives us something tangible to hold on to. And our sense of touch is a powerful sensory mechanism that can really influence the entire body. When I reach for a palm stone, it releases positive chemicals into my brain. Dopamine, endorphins. I'm not sure exactly which one. It hasn't been studied that I know of to say for certain which chemicals are released, but I know that by holding this, I feel almost an instant release and calmness in the moment. So when I start to panic or I have a stressful moment, I do reach for a palm stone. Now you can train your body to do that towards other things as well. This is a blue apatite. A blue apatite symbolizes addictions. So if you have an addiction, say you have a soda addiction, instead of going and getting the soda, you can grab a palm stone, this blue apatite, hold it and focus on the palm stone and release that desire. So this is a great stone to work with when you are releasing desires. Another great thing is, like, say you are leaving a relationship. grabbing a blue appetite when you feel like talking to that other person, even though you know it's not a good thing. Grabbing this, holding it, and releasing that desire is very powerful. So I do recommend blue apatite. Now those are both palm stones. The other thing that you can work with is a tumbled stone like this dragon stone. I've been working with this one a lot for courage because I'm facing a lot of adversity right now in my life. And this is a heart chakra stone. It's green with red, which is root chakra. So it is also about self-compassion. And a lot of times when we're going through difficult experiences, we forget to be compassionate with ourselves, to forgive ourselves. And Dragonstone not only brings out the fierceness of the dragon and the courage of the dragon, but it also says be compassionate, be kind to yourself in the moment. Now, how do I know this works? Well, once again, my PTSD is in remission because I've worked through things and I've learned how to calm myself instead of panicking. I am not someone who reacts to things in fear as much as I used to. I haven't had a panic attack in, oh my gosh, it's been years now. I'm not sure how many years, but it's been years that I haven't had a panic attack. And I credit things like palm stones for that. Yesterday, I had a very difficult situation. I discovered that one of my dogs, Sparkle, was injured. And I had to take her to a veterinarian urgent care. And I could have panicked. I could have been upset. I could have yelled. I could have cried. But instead, I grabbed my palm stone and I was like, I've got this. And I just went through the whole situation very grounded, very calmly. The doggie is fine. She did require stitches, but she is out and safe and in recovery now. She'll have her stitches out in 2 weeks. And I went ahead and spayed her at the same time because since they were taking care of one wound, they said they could bundle it. So poor puppy, went through a lot yesterday. And this dog mama was pretty upset. But the palm stone helped me, especially in those hours waiting to hear back, to hear how she did in surgery. And unfortunately, my phone decided to be difficult and they weren't able to reach me because they got marked as spam. So I had to call them. But in the hours that it took until I found out she was okay, that she was in recovery, this palm stone really helped me. And just holding it and grounding into the moment, grounding into my body, knowing that things were going to be okay. That was a game changer in my life. So I just really wanted to hop on here today and share with you that palm stones are very powerful. They're very effective. They can be pretty cheap, and maybe $10 for a good sized one. This blue apatite was probably more because it's pretty large. Or you can use tumbled stones like this dragon stone. I recommend tumbled, not raw, because raw ones tend to have sharp edges and you don't really want to keep that in your pocket. But this is a few dollars, and it goes a long way to being a beneficial support in your life. Self-soothing, the ability to tune in to that connection with calmness, calming the mind, it's powerful, and it can do a lot of great things for you if you let it. So this is the end of this video. Thank you for joining me. I hope that you consider this powerful tool in your own life. Once again, I'm not a medical expert. This is not a medical advice, but it worked for me. It might work for you as well. It really depends on what you choose to believe in. And the power of belief is amazing. And when you harness it consciously, you can do incredible things. And that is basically my message. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye for now.